Why, you lying little...
We've been made!
So yes, they've opened fire.
Cyberman 38 changed.
Yeah, speaking of which, I actually have a little Cyberman figurine on my desk, and I figured I wanted to have some shot of Cyberman 38 firing its blaster, and so I basically took an image of that little figurine on my desk, just zoomed in to make sure, okay, got its blaster facing the front, yes, perfect.
Nice.
So yeah, and
I like-
also Squidward holding a gun.
Yeah, that was funny as well. I also like how Tara's like, okay, we've shot her now. She doesn't look. She coolly walks off like done here.
Yeah, because it's like, okay, they've taken cover. This is our opportunity to get out of here and such.
Run for it!
I'm out of here.
Also, Cyberman 38 using his thrusters to run away.
Ooh, I didn't catch on to that. That's new.
Yeah, because I figured the Cybermen in my chapters haven't really shown any speed feats, so I figured I can't just have them walking away in this scene. I had to incorporate the flaming thrusters and their boots and such. So yeah, that's how 38's running away.
Yeah, and obviously they did learn to fly, so that would be quite an interesting thing.
And also, just bringing this up, this is also a little foreshadowing to Cyberman 38's eventual upgrade into the new Cyber Leader, because the modern Cybermen have been shown to fly more than the early 2000s Cybermen. So this was all a hint that, oh boy, this thing has potential.
Yeah, definitely. Also, does when Tara says we've been made, is that another way you know of for saying we've been discovered? Or
Yeah, it's like, oh no, they found us out. We gotta get out of here.
yeah, because I've never heard someone say we've been made in that sense before. So
Like,
that's
the only place I've ever heard that being said is from Ed, Edd and Eddy. So.
Oh.
Yeah, when they build the plane out of the school lockers in an effort to escape school early and such.
Yeah, I love all the different references this inspires, because I used to watch Ed, Edd and Eddy all the time when I was little.
Nice.
Dadgummit, they're getting away.
Quick, Captain! These two shots of the crew running away and the villains chasing after them are two of my favourite shots in this whole video. Just so much movement, so many characters moving and such. You need to pause it individually to see all the little details, like the froglets jumping in the air, the Clanger's legs moving. It's just so good.
This is why I love images like this, because if you showed it to someone randomly and said, this is FvS, you've got Malcolm, you've got Pegasus, you've got a Cyberman, ICAT, it's just like everything just combined is crazy.
Yeah. I was really proud of this shot of the villains chasing after the crew here, because, again, there's just so much movement happening in this one shot.
That is really cool.
So yeah, I had the two separate images of Guile and Nash running, and then of course you had the image of Flats flapping his folds. And to get that movement right, I actually just zoomed in and out of his image to make it look like he was sort of flapping forward and such.
And I like Ocular's little detail with the like sort of running.
Yeah, that's actually the same sound effect from SpongeBob when Mr. Krabs is walking anywhere.
Oh, I knew I'd heard it somewhere.
Yeah, because I figured, this crustacean-like character on these little legs, I figured that would be the best way to visualize him running and such.
Split up!
Oh no, the baby soup dragon got left behind.
No.
So I've mentioned it many times before, but I'm easily influenced by sound and how it can be visualized. Like, this is a prime example of where sound completely takes over and I visualize the scene based on just what I'm hearing. Like, this whole scene is once again based on Fox and the Hound, where Todd and Copper confront each other and they're circling and they're just growling and snarling. Like, this is where it all comes from.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say before when you said about it, because I was like, when I saw this, I thought, did he include this scene purely because that bit of music turns up in the scene? Like, because I did wonder, obviously I know you can cut the music, I was like, was he just trying to use the full track and this needed to be made, or is it because the music inspired it? And
the music inspired it, basically.
Yeah. It's good.
And with that is the most aggressive I've ever seen Soup Dragon in my life.
I didn't realise how intense the eyes were until now.
Yeah, because I like to imagine in this scene that she's furious at these guard dogs' treatments, of them being locked up. She's just near her breaking point, like, you are gonna do this to my baby?
It's great.
I was honestly expecting you to go like, Jesus, because I expected you to be like a Clanger superfan and to see this character this angry, like, but I'm assuming you've only seen a few episodes here and there.
I've actually not seen a full episode of The Clangers. I've seen clips here and there. That's one I actually missed. But
Wow.
I do like the idea of you taking something and making it like this. Like, it is cool. Like,
Yeah. And hit with a spoon.
we'll follow Mr. Spoon.
Oh god.
So I had to. I think the shot where the teeth rush forward could have been better. Like, I mean, you could have done like the face like coming forward rather than just the teeth. But I see what you were going for. Is you were trying to show the speed of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Also, originally, this scene played out a bit differently in my head, because originally, when Guile lunges forward and tries to bite Baby Soup Dragon, originally, Mother Soup Dragon was originally going to fling hot soup into Guile's face to get him to back off. I then quickly realised that was a bit too violent for these kind of characters, so I just changed it to Soup Dragon hitting him with a spoon.
Yeah, I think that's better. Yeah, it does fit nicer with the character.
Yeah. And there's Twilight teleporting away, just missing Nash.
Yes.
Yeah, I wanted to have a shot like this of Twilight secretly sneaking characters away behind the corner and such. So yeah, there's Twilight looking proud at what she's accomplished so far.
Definitely. I got that vibe.
So yeah, and of course Iron Chicken's here as well. Tara carried her all the way.
Alright, little ones.
The creature with the flower head you were talking about from the future, did we see that ever again after it got released?
Actually, yes, you do, because I couldn't think of a way to visualize the flowers escaping, but you do see the flowers at the very end when the clangers are waving everyone goodbye.
Oh.
So we'll get to that eventually. Also the blaring alarms happening in the back, that was from Polar Express.
Oh, God, so many different references here.
Yeah, because I was trying so hard to find that sound effect of alarms blaring, but I just couldn't find where it comes from, so I just figured, Polar Express, that's where I know it from, let's just use it. Yeah.
Get on, get on.
Shatterback's crew has a whole lot of them. I'll teleport them in. Ugh,
Duck!
I can't teleport. So yeah, Malcolm can't teleport unless he's utterly focused on where he wants to go.
That makes sense. This is a good action scene, but because the oh wait, is Malcolm in front of the preserver at the moment?
No, he's in the preserver hiding behind one of the boxes.
Ah, okay, cool. Yeah, there's a lot of fast stuff happening. It's a bit hard to tell where people are in certain shots. That's all, but
Yeah.
it's good.
I need to concentrate.
Oh, no, you don't.
And there's Nash living up to her name.
Yes, that's a sad shot.
Yeah, Nash biting on the Sky Moo's ear. Yeah. Because I figured, they've still been told, like, you can't let them get away. You gotta hold on to as many as you can. And yeah, this. And once again, this scene actually played out a bit differently in my head because Shatterback was actually going to bite Nash back, but I figured Shatterback doesn't have any teeth, so there's no point to him biting, so I just thought, just swipe her out of the way and send her flying. So yeah. And that's Treebeard roaring from Lord of the Rings.
Yes, indeed. The old grandpa angry noise fit.
Yeah.
I'll kill you so hard, your soul's gonna be torn to shreds.
I was pretty proud of that line there.
I could tell it was meant to be like a really Jesus kind of line.
Yeah, because I kind of wanted to have something like Bill Cipher, like, I've got a bunch of kids I need to make into corpses.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I wanted to have some sort of, like, dark, haunting line, like, this'll kill you so hard, not even the afterlife will be peaceful.
I like it. It's good.
Yeah. In case of escape, light this fuse. Signed, Spanner.
Yeah, so I have to. Maybe I'm just misremembering, but how exactly did Spanner manage to set explosives around when he was locked up in the thing, or has he done it since he just got escaped?
Well, how did that guy create a kilometer-long tunnel to the middle of the Death Star? Well, nobody really knows how he got away with it, but it happened.
Okay.
So yeah, like to imagine that when the Clangers originally built Flats' space station, they installed explosives hidden away within it, so...
Oh, okay, so he did it while they were building the place.
Yeah, so when the time finally came for them to escape, Soup Dragon would light the fuse, the explosives would go off, destroying all the hard work that Flats enforced on them, so yeah.
Get it. Nice.
So yeah, all Flats had to do was not see that fuse built into the wall, so...
Yeah. But yeah, I get it. Cool.
Yeah. Also, interesting fact here, but Soup Dragon in both the original and reboot show, Soup Dragon has never actually been shown to breathe fire, but I figured, she's a dragon. She serves hot soup to everyone, she's gotta breathe fire in some capacity, so...
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
So yeah.
Wouldn't it be funny if he sat at a light with some hot soup?
Yeah.
Is that everybody?
Yeah, that's everyone. Launch.
No, I don't believe it.
So yeah, Guile and Nash continuing to chase after the ship after it's taken off. Now then, regarding a certain scene that happens later on with Tara actually taking in Guile and Nash and trying to retame them, this was actually the scene that led up to it, because as you can see, the Preserver's hangar door is still open and Guile and Nash are running after them, so I like to imagine that in this scene, they themselves were trying to escape and the crew just let them on to escape the explosion.
Okay, that answers the question. Yeah, because I thought, why would their loyalty just swing suddenly? Because they're trying to capture things back, they're fighting, they're biting stuff to try and drag it back in. I thought, like...
Yeah, because originally I couldn't think of a good outcome for Guile and Nash. Like, I couldn't think of a proper way to deal justice to them, but then over the course of this last year, ever since I lost my dog, Oscar, I figured I wanted to have some sort of more positive outcome for these two dogs, so Tara would adopt them for herself, train them up to be police dogs, so yeah, that answers that.
That's nice. That's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Because you could have just had a scene where they turn and see the place is on fire, and he's like, "Oh, stuff him. We're going with them." Or, just something. Just different things you could have done. But I like it. It's good.
Yeah.